Once again, Nigeria's judiciary is being dragged into the center of a political war. The leadership faction of the Labour Party, led by Barrister Julius Abure, has rejected forcefully the Federal High Court ruling that recognized Senator Nenadi Usman's caretaker committee, describing it as a misreading of the Supreme Court and a dangerous intrusion into a party's internal affairs. Abure's camp says the court contradicted itself, ignored an existing National Working Committee, and created what it calls an artificial leadership vacuum, raising serious questions about process, precedent and judicial consistency. They're heading to the Court of Appeal, warning that this fight is no longer just about party control, but about where the authority of Nigeria's courts ends and where political self-governance begins. So, with appeals looming and accusations of prejudged outcomes and procedural red flags now on the record, the stakes have escalated sharply. Is this a necessary intervention to stabilize a broken party, or a line that courts were never meant to cross?
The court also ordered that INEC should, as a matter of fact, recognize every correspondence from Dr. Nenadi Usman as the valid and the only recognized chairman of Labour Party. The court went further to warn against all this shenanigan and superfluous grandstanding by people who want to run the party at their whims and caprices of running around and on forum shopping, going to court in Jos, going to court in Nasarawa, going to court here and there. The Labour Party, behold your national chair. Madam Chair, congratulations.
I believe that this is not just, it's not victory for Nenadi Usman, no. It's victory for Labour Party, it's victory for all Nigerians who believe in the Labour Party. I would want to seize this opportunity to call on all my brothers and sisters and say there is no victor, no vanquished. Let's come back, work together and build a stronger Labour Party.
Senator Nenadi Usman. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by Ken Eluma Asogwa, Senior Special Advisor on Media Matters to Senator Nenadi Usman. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you, Charles.
Now, the court has affirmed Senator Nenadi Usman as the legitimate leader of the Labour Party. Beyond winning in court, how will you assert authority in a party that's fractured by months of infighting?
Thank you so much, Charles. The authority is already being asserted, and the court has given us the instruments towards asserting that authority. And I want to seize this opportunity to enjoin INEC to do what is necessary for us to assert that authority, because INEC remains the regulatory authority that is very, very pivotal to anyone asserting that authority. And that comes with the recognition of INEC as directed by the courts today. The implementation comes from them. And when that comes, then the assertion of the authority is will be underway.
So obviously the court ordered INEC to recognize the Nenadi Usman caretaker committee, but that hasn't happened yet, has it?
Well, I don't expect it, even though INEC was in court, but the order hasn't been served them. And I hope that by tomorrow they should be getting that communication from us. But even though INEC was a party to the suit, which ordinarily they should have taken judicial notice of this judgment. But we'll do the right thing, we'll serve them by tomorrow. But that's in straight answer to your question. We haven't gotten any communication from them regarding the judgment.
If unity in the Labour Party does not happen quickly, will you accept that legal legitimacy alone is not enough?
No, you see, I don't know if you went through the statement that was issued by the Labour Party today, and even the statement of the national chairman. And that statement said that she is constituting a national reconciliation committee immediately to bring all the warring parties together. So she understands that a Labour Party that is split, a Labour Party that is not cohesive, the Labour Party that lacks cohesion can't win the 2027 election. So, and the moment this judgment was given, the first thing she did was to appeal to the warring parties to sue for peace, to say, look, let's come back together. She said today that this is a no victor, no vanquished situation, and that nobody should celebrate this judgment as we versus them, that Labour Party remains one Labour Party, and that we need this cohesion in order to be able to stand together, to stand tall as an opposition party. So I agree with you that you can have the victory at the court, but you will lose the masses. And we need everybody, all hands to be on deck for us to be able to do the work of the opposition party that we are.
Well, you've got your work cut out for you because, I mean, Julius Abure and his supporters still dispute the outcome and say they'll appeal against the judgment. What is your message to those party members who continue to recognize him?
Well, my message to them is to throw in the towel and embrace peace. The olive branch has been extended to them. You see, I need to give a little background to what transpired today, because when in your intro, you said that they disputed the judgment today on the premise that the Federal High Court tried to overrule the Supreme Court, sort of. You see, what transpired today was that the judge pointedly said that he agrees with the Supreme Court judgment that it is only the political party that can decide what their leadership, who their leadership, or what their leadership, what constitutes their leadership. And the judge went round back the memory lane to rehash what actually happened in Labour Party and what brought us to where we are. You know, what happened was that at some point when Julius Abure's tenure expired, he continued to parade himself as the national chairman of the Labour Party. And on one occasion, he tried to attend the INEC quarterly consultative forum that the national chairman always has with leaders of political party. And under Professor Mahmoud Yakubu's leadership, he attended one of such meetings and he was thrown out. Now, it dawned on us that we had a leadership vacuum. Now, the party, in their wisdom, went back to sit or have a NEC meeting that took place in Umuahia. I'm sure you would have heard about that. The Federal High Court gave a consequential order, very direct, very unambiguous, directing INEC to deal with her as the sole authority, as the sole leadership of the Labour Party. So as far as we are concerned, the judgment has been given. But we, like I said, we are celebrating it in a measured tone. We are not seeing it as a victory.
You're not rubbing it in their faces.
Thank you so much.
The point, of course, is that I'm not the one that you need to convince. The people you need to convince to lay down their arms is the Julius Abure faction. And you talk about peace, but is there room for compromise, or is defiance no longer an option as far as you're concerned?
Well, I don't think that question should come to me, because if the court has said that you are the leader, of course, you are the leader, so you will assume the position. Then when we sit on a table, of course, the issue of negotiation is always give and take. So when we sit on a round table, so many things can be trashed out. But on the issue of leadership, there is a direct pronouncement on who the leader is. So I don't think whether the compromise can extend to that level. When in short, it's even a contempt of court if anybody should go against what the court has pronounced. I want to use this opportunity, Charles, to talk to Nigerians, because when the Supreme Court judgment came, these people came with different interpretations. And now they are beginning to go in that direction by these statements they issued. And what we realized was that after the judgment, they gave their own interpretation and media ran with it. I'm not indicting the media, but they ran with it and started calling him a factional chairman of the Labour Party. And that name resonated until this judgment of today. And I'm appealing to the media that people should, if people sit down and allocate appellations to themselves, Nigerians shouldn't, the media shouldn't validate that. If I sit on your studio to say, I am the president of Nigeria, you shouldn't call me the factional president of Nigeria. I wasn't elected as the president. The court in today's judgment has said that
with all due
this
respect,
guy is not...
those are two different things. I mean, but let me just say this. You have spoken about Senator Nenadi Usman prioritizing